Hey everyone, welcome to the AI Coffee Break, where we unpack big ideas in AI in the time it takes you to finish your drink. Today, I'll talk about MCP, or the Model Context Protocol, which is a big idea in AI that sounds complex but is quite straightforward. So picture this. It's the year 2005. You're about to give a presentation. You've got your laptop, your projector, your phone, and none of the cables fit. You're crawling under the table, behind the projector, hunting for an adapter, asking people if they have seen a weird square-shaped connector or a mini HDMI thing. It's just a total mess. Fast forward now to USB-C. All cables look the same, they all connect to each other, and it just works. You don't even have to think about it anymore. It just plugs in and goes. So let me also tell you about something that happened to my colleague just a few days ago. She was using one of the latest AI agents, a smart assistant built with a cutting-edge model. She asked the agent to create a draft and pull data from one of her databases. And then, using that data, schedule a follow-up in her calendar. The AI agent wrote a great draft, but the data, it never got pulled. The calendar invite never sent. Because while the AI was smart, it actually didn't connect to anything. And it kept failing. It said, I don't have the context. I don't know how to access your data. So it was like asking a brilliant intern to help, but locking them in a room with no Wi-Fi, no access, and no idea how your systems work. That's where the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, comes in. It's like an open standard that says, let's give AI secure, consistent ways to connect to the tools and data we already use. So let's break down this acronym, MCP. The M stands for model, which is the brain. It's the thing that's doing the thinking. For example, GPT and ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Llama, these are all AI models. The C in MCP stands for context. And context here means situational awareness. Your files, your calendar, your Slack threads, any of your data that you frequently access and that you want your AI agent to access. And the P in MCP stands for protocol. And protocol is just a fancy word for the word rules, which is a shared language on how the AI agent should talk to your data. So MCP, Model Context Protocol, is all about giving your AI model the situational awareness using a standard set of rules. The idea started late last year in 2024 by a company called Anthropic. And due credit to them, they published the first spec. And since then, the whole spec and the whole idea has caught on like wildfire. And what's exciting is that the big players are also jumping on. For example, OpenAI now said they're going to support MCP in ChatGPT and all their tools and all their agents. Google is embedding it into Gemini. Microsoft announced recently that they will build MCP into Copilot, Windows, and Azure. Oracle, the guardian of databases across many Fortune 500 companies, announced big time support for MCP. So what this means is that this isn't just a trend. This is becoming the new default. And here's how I think about it. Before MCP, connecting to your tools and data was clunky. Every integration needed custom code. It was slow, fragile, and expensive, especially at scale. MCP changes all of that. Provides a common language for your AI agents to connect to your data using this thing called an MCP server. And an MCP server is just a piece of software that speaks the language of this protocol or this new set of rules. So what do you need to do if you have a database that you want to connect to using your AI agent? You need to get an MCP server built up. And building an MCP server is not a big deal. There are a lot of tutorials and a lot of code generation systems are beginning to create these MCP servers quite easily. So what should you do? If you're building or buying AI agents, look for MCP support. If you're in leadership, Ask if your systems are ready to plug in, because the teams that adopt MCP early are going to get way more value out of their AI than those that won't. That's it for this AI coffee break. The Model Context Protocol might sound technical and deep, but it's actually becoming the standard for AI agents, simple, seamless, and soon everywhere. Have fun.